Well, you see, kids. Gazer's not here yet, so we'll hang out and chat for a few minutes. Oh yeah, you guys get the Christmas tree reveal. Got a bunch of awesome ornaments and stuff we put on it. We put this up over the weekend, basically. Well, actually, no, we kind of did it in the middle of last week, but finished it over the weekend. But how we doing? How's everybody doing? Thanks for being here. I know we're waiting on Gazer, as always. We're always waiting on Grandpa Gazer. I mean, he's not really a grandpa, not yet. Curly's surviving. Yeah, hashtag blame Gazer, of course. You have to. You have to at this point. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing all right. It's been a hot minute since we've gone live with the pod, let alone recorded. There's a lot to talk about tonight. But thank you for being here. In general, hitting the like button and coming through and chilling. This stream should, depending on how many people come through and view, this should give us YouTube partner status. So I'm super stoked about that being a thing. We should be very close with the watchtowers after the stream. So I'm excited. You know, it should be super dank. Yo, Good Mind coming through on the YouTube action. Let's go. Look at the Good Mind rolling in. How we doing? Gazer, can we watch you cook? I mean, I don't know. He's not. Did he say? Oh, he did say something in chat. He did say something in chat. How dare him? How dare him? Coming through. But Good Mind, hopefully you're doing well, my man. Good to see you. Trezor, Curly, Lee. Oh, he's in here now. As you can see, it turned pink. He's here now. He can't. I can't hear him yet, or he's not saying anything, and he might not be able to hear me. So I have no idea what's going on with that. But if you have friends that like Pokemon or just, you know, general tomfoolery, you know, drop them the link, smash that, you know, that like button for me and all that nonsense. Good Mind, I hope you're well, man. Don't be afraid to ever hit us up and just chat it up, BS, all that nonsense. I feel like I need some cards to shuffle so I can be a typical streamer and just sit here and shuffle cards the entire time. Hopefully you're not getting into too much trouble out there. You don't know who Tom is, but you sure do enjoy his foolery? Yeah, of course you do. Dang old tomfoolery. Working on stuff in the shadows? Good. The shadows.
Ubin, can you hear me?
Yeah, so can they. We're live. I went live. So
yeah, I see you live.
Yeah.
Okay. Sound check. How does this sound?
I don't know. You sound all right.
Okay. Now, if I were to do
what? 'Cause now you're not saying anything. And he's gone. I don't know, Cordy. I mean, it's just something you have to just like do, I guess. Yeah, he's gone now. He like he's gonna mess with the setting and he just he's gone. Yes, you've been officially scammed by Gazer. Yeah, you've been scammed. I think he scammed himself, to be honest with you. Nah, he's got he's muted. He's got himself muted. I'll take the blame Gazer down when he finally turns his camera on. But yeah, what do you guys think of the Xmas tree? If you saw the short on the channel a couple days ago with the Sega Genesis ornament, that thing is freaking sweet. I absolutely love it. He's doing what students did during online school. I'm going through a tunnel. Share it on your Facebook. Yo, let's go. There we go. There we go. Much appreciated. Blame Gazer Beam. Yeah, basically. Officially addicted to Hallmark ornament. Yeah, they are really nice. They really are. I can't believe I kind of want to buy that $70 Mario Kart from 2018 or 2019 or whatever it was, so we can have the full set. Like, it's kind of daunting to think about spending $70 on a Hallmark ornament, but I mean, like, people collect them and they make them once and then they don't make them again. Now, except for the fact that they made the Super Nintendo 2 times. They redid it again this year. Yeah, it's from like 4 years ago now. Yeah, there are Pokemon ornaments. If I move the camera, the tippy top, you can see the tree topper's a Pokeball. That's from the Pokemon Center. And you can see, you can kind of make out Pikachu at the top a little bit. Maybe if you guys want, we could do like a full tree sort of situation. Not right now, not on this stream, as we're already behind schedule thanks to Geezer Bum 401k. Oh no, there's Eevee. There's Eevee. There's an Eevee. We don't have it yet, but my grandma has it for us. But yeah, so we've got there's a bunch of Mario. Then at the bottom we've got like Donkey Kong, Bowser, and Yoshi in Mario Kart items.
Yo, Stu?
Oh, I can hear him now.
Hello?
You're very quiet in comparison to what you were.
It's quiet?
You're quiet now. Yeah, you sounded better before. Or the Quagsire ornament, so that'd be awesome. Clodsire specifically, Cordy, the new evolution.
How do I sound now?
Much better.
Okay, so compared to the blue mic, what sounds better?
I can't really tell without a side-by-side, but let's just not poop with it too much.
Oop. This is the blue mic now. How's the blue sound?
I mean, it's loud and clear, so...
Okay, we'll roll with the blue.
Okay. If you what did you get, the HyperX or whatever?
Yeah, I got the HyperX.
Yeah, you're gonna have to mess with it.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Out of the box, they're all garbage. I mean, like Logan and I spent 2-ish hours combined working on the audio for this to get it to where it is, and I mean now it's radio quality.
The HyperX is nice though. Solid mic. It's got a shock protection.
Yeah, all the trash Twitch streamers use it.
The trash Twitch streamer. So I'm trash now?
I mean, you will be. All right, and now I can remove the blame gazer since you're actually here. So yeah, feel free to chat it up with everybody for a minute.
This is the Hyper S. The Hyper
Yo,
XS.
what's up, Nixter?
It lights up and it changes colors, and I can tap it and mute it. It does special stuff.
It's also fading in and out with the green screen. Yeah. You're gonna have to mess with the EQ and the settings and the compressor, the noise gate, and all that kind of stuff.
It should be. Well, I have the noise gate on. I have compressor on, but apparently I can turn up the mic volume from the mic itself.
I just heard the baby just now, so noise gate ain't working too well.
I don't have it on the blue. I have it on the.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Let me turn it on the blue. Yeah.
But yeah, whatever you're using this specific second sounds a lot better. Of course you did, Nixter. You probably said something ridiculous like last time. Talking about how thick a deck was or whatever.
You said Nixter has a thick deck? What?
He said he got banned from the Pokemon channel.
Okay, standard noise suppression. That should be better.
All right. Do you wanna read the chat and talk to everybody for a minute before I start recording?
I do. I see Nixer was in here.
Yeah, we got Goodmind came back
Yo,
from the
good
dead.
mind.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sam in months, man. I didn't know Sam was still alive. Cordy, X, Trezor's here. Yo, everybody's here.
Yeah. Like the chat's packing heat tonight.
Hey, this video already has 7 likes, man.
Yeah, 8. I just saw it turn up to 8.
Yo, 8 likes?
8. Can we get
You
that?
got 12 people?
Can we get that up to 9?
You've been live for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't do the math yet. You know, we'll see it. We'll see at the end.
Yeah. Let me go to our chat and bring up our itinerary.
I mean, that's not necessarily an itinerary. It's more like a notes.
Let me bring up our notes. You didn't have any links for us, did you?
No, I don't have any links.
Thanks, Stu.
In the description, our Twitter and then your Twitch is there though.
I'm talking links for us to look at though.
No, why would I? The lists aren't super visible yet. It's not like completely there anyway. So,
thanks, Stu.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was at work all day, so
blame Steuben.
Yeah, or at least we were all here before the stream technically started. So,
hey man, you try raising a 14-year-old a 95. Well, she'll be 95 on a Friday. Like it must be 95 Friday.
Yeah, I don't have to do either of those things.
Yeah, try raising a 14-year-old, a 95-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
No, I'm good.
While playing a trading card game.
I'm good. I don't get to play the trading card game, but I don't do the rest either. So, but yeah, as Curly just said, sounds like a personal problem.
Wow, Curly. I'm still mad at Curly, man. That dude, he didn't know who I was, man. He knew Prime Time. He saw Prime Time. He saw Wancho. He's like, whoa, is that Wancho? Whoa.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, I'm like, bro, I'm local. We're like an hour and a half away.
Well,
you have no idea who I am.
I mean, Prime Time is a really cool dude. So, I think that's where the priority lies.
I'm a moderator in YouTube, right? I can ban Curly from the chat.
If you do, then I'm going to unmoderate you.
And but then who's going to take care of the riffraff?
I've got M and X Tangri. And honestly, I can make Cordy a mod too if I really wanted to.
That Loki does sound like a sitcom. Leah's stupid. we
made Cordy a mod on the Twitch streams.
He should have been a mod, man. Cordy's been around for years.
I know. But
and he's at every stream.
Well, but that doesn't mean that he needs to be a moderator though, too. You know what I mean? Like that's a responsibility.
Responsibilities? Was he at least a VIP?
Yeah, he's always been one. He's even got a founder's badge after I yeeted some of the people I don't know who they were. When they had that live for like a whole day and I deleted a bunch of people and Emily and Corey got founders badges.
For people.
Yeah.
They'll pop back on Twitch one day like, I could have sworn I was a founder in here.
Huh. Well, the only way you can't get your founders badge yeeted is if they keep their sub active, and they didn't. So, money makes the founders badge stick or whatever the company policy is. All right, are you ready to record?
I think so. Okay. I don't like the sensibilities. Trezor, no one likes the sensibilities. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
If I have to edit a minute out, I will, but I'm gonna hit record so I can watch the chat. Yeah, we are officially recording.
Hey, yo, we haven't done this in like 4 weeks, man. Do you remember how to do any of this?
It hasn't been 4 weeks. Almost, but no.
Mello took a picture of his with his son at the regional. Oh, Mello,
adorable. All right, instead of doom scrolling Twitter, are you ready to doom scroll the podcast?
All right,
you ready to go?
I want some PokéStat links, man. We need some links, man, so we can talk about these deck lists.
The lists, they don't have them. There's no deck list there.
I thought, well, they if you click on it, takes you to somebody's Twitter, right?
They were slacking.
Okay.
So, I mean, right. some of them you can click, but like it doesn't show you the actual like deck list. It just takes you to their Twitter accounts.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
So yeah, right. they're slacking.
I mean, with 3 regionals, you think they would do better? There's only a 3 regional weekend.
Yeah, only.
Only. Man. More competitive PTCG content. How do we get on this list? Silius Network, Flow TCast, Limitless, Mellow Magikarp, Only Poke, Pokebeach, Rare Candy.
When I get rid of you and get somebody else to come on permanently.
Well, that's fine, because I don't see Azul on this list either, so that's okay. Undaunted, Tricky Jim, Trash Lanch, Trainer Chip, who goes by Chip Ritchie now.
It doesn't make content anymore.
I mean, if TPC I was going to pay you to commentate, wouldn't you just focus on that too?
No.
Let's get this thing cracking, man.
Take it away,
Gazer
Grandpa.
forever. Thank you, Cordy. Oh, Cordy.
Yeah, Cordy,
Right.
you're the only one.
Let me get a little. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, drink your vitamin water.
It's not vitamin water. I took off the label so we don't get sued.
But it was vitamin water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what flavor? The triple X or whatever?
The triple X pomegranate, blueberry, whatever it is.
That one's like the second best. The first best is the mango one.
No, the first best is it passion fruit or dragon fruit?
The mango.
Gazer Biddies. What's up, Frizzy?
What's up,
All
Frizz?
right. Let's get this thing cracking. Yo, I see the tree in the background. Yo, I just noticed your tree.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah, Merry Crimbus.
All right. Ready?
Been ready.
Oh,
Waiting on you, old man.
Got you. All right. What's going on, y'all? Gazer Beam 2K back in the building, the virtual building, with my boy Steuben. Steuben, we're back, man. It's been about 5 weeks, month and a half.
No, it hasn't.
Almost 2 months. We're back, baby. We're here.
It's been not that long. It's been maybe almost 4 weeks.
Last time I saw you, you had more hair than that. You've lost some of your hair. It's all good. It's getting a little grayish. It's okay.
It's always been gray-ish. You know,
it's weird, man. I have okay, so I don't know if you heard this, Steuben. A lot of people, rumors that I'm bald. I'm not bald, but it's something that started on Twitter and Twitch and everything. Everybody thinks I'm bald for some reason. I like my hair very low cut, right? I still have a hairline. I still have hair. There's no gray in here, really. Just a little bit on the top, very little. But in my facials, the mustache, the beard, the little goatee, the little soul patch, grays just sprinkled throughout. And I'm mad about it. It's been like that for about 5 years now. And I'm mad. I'm like, why? But I mean, I accept I have a hairline, so I can live with that.
I have a full head of hair, so I don't know what the problem is. I've had gray hair since I was a little kid, though.
First world problems. I have a full head of hair. What do? How do I manage it? Okay, thanks, Steuben.
It's, you put a little spritz and spray in there, and
My son, you seen my son? He has a head full of hair.
Yeah, he got all those curls.
Yeah, it's curly. It's a lot of, and everyone tells me not to cut it till he's 2. They say if you cut it before 2, it changes the whole hair texture. It loses curls. It'll get real hard to comb out, real thick and tense. So we're trying to hold on and wait. But wifey and I are like, man, we want to cut this so bad. I had family down for Thanksgiving, and I had 2 of my younger cousins down. And when I went to go take them back to their mother, her friend braided my son's hair, put in little you know who Little Bow Wow is? Remember Little Bow Wow?
Refresh my memory. I'm a little too white.
In the year 2000, there was a young gentleman named Little Bow Wow, Shad Moss. He was a rapper deemed Little Bow Wow by Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's also a rapper. Little Bow Wow had braids, if you will. Do you understand what braids are?
Yes, yeah. I'm more curious. Can you? What I need to know is like some song titles or some lyrics that I'll remember.
Little Bow Wow's the star of the hit movie Like Mike. Maybe that refresh your memory.
No idea. Give me a song. Give me a song or some lyrics.
He had a song called "Take You Home."
Doesn't ring a bell.
Bounce with Me.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Basketball.
Does not ring a bell.
You know Little Bow Wow is, but yeah, my son has Little Bow Wow.
I know of the name, but I can't think of any specific songs. Like when you say, "Oh yeah, Nelly," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know a handful of Nelly songs." They played them at all these parties all the time. Sure, whatever. They played them at school dances and on the radio and so on and so forth. But I can't specifically remember a Little Bow Wow song.
Fresh as I'm is. Fresh as I'm is. No, doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Like You.
No.
Out of My System.
No. What year was this specifically?
They're all different years.
Yeah.
But no. But Little Bow Wow. My son I got his hair braided. My cousin's friend braided his hair, and it's lasting. It's lasted a week and a half now. So, cross my fingers to last longer. But after a while, I'm like, it's gonna have to come out, and it's gonna be back to the big fro, and it's a lot to manage. You know what I mean? And for our viewers, or not viewers, for our listeners listening, For the next 3 months, basically, it's gonna be me and baby Beam. My wife is preparing for a surgery. She'll have it in 2 weeks, so she's taking time to quarantine, and the surgery recovery time is 6 to 8 weeks. So if you ever hear a ow, ow in the background, that's him cutting up in there having a good time, just laughing, joking. He's a happy baby for the most part. Wouldn't you think so? No?
Yeah, no, he seems like a happy baby, especially when you're not around him.
Okay. Okay, Stu.
Just like
but no, man.
Everybody else.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I had family in town.
Gotta
What you
blame
guys do for
Gazer.
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, we went to Emily's family's house for dinner and such, and then the day after, my grandma and my sister came over here. I took the day off of work, and my sister's birthday was the next day, but I couldn't get that Saturday off, so we kind of like early celebrated her birthday, and we got her Pokemon Violet for her birthday.
Speaking of Pokemon Violet, that's part of the reason why we haven't had any podcasts recently. You've been on a Scarlet and Violet kind of kick. Like, you've thrown away the TCG. You've renounced all trading cards, even though you work at a card shop.
No, I didn't renounce anything, but I've definitely put, oh God, I don't even know. I'd have to look, but probably 30 to 50 hours is my guess.
I played 2
into
hours.
it. Completed the Pokedex. Considering making a competitive-ish team, but like I'm gonna use like my favorite Pokemon and whatnot, and not play off the meta.
So it's gonna be an Ampharos running around somewhere.
Yeah, I already have the Ampharos spec'd out. It's got Dazzling Gleam, Dragon Beam,
Dragon Pulse, right?
Dragon Pulse,
Dragon Beam,
Dragon Pulse, and then the Terra type is Dragon, because like Mega Ampharos, was Dragon type in addition to Lightning.
But he had hair though.
Yeah, well, I mean, now it grows a big dragon over the top of its head, and so on and so forth. It makes me very happy, but also sad at the same time. I do kind of miss the flowing locks of Mega Ampharos.
So since we're all over the place anyway, what's your favorite mechanic from the 3 games we've had recently, or 4 mechanics now? My bad.
So you're talking
Mega Evolution.
Oh man, yeah. I'll stop you. It's Megas. It's Megas.
Well, hold on, for our listeners, in the Pokemon mainline series games since 2013, we've had different not gimmicks, but I guess you can call them gimmicks. But yeah, each game's had a different thing they can do. So we had Mega Evolution and X and Y. Sun and Moon gave us Z moves. Sword and Shield gave us Gigantamaxing.
Well, Dynamax, then
Dynamax, and then
Gigantamax.
Some had Gigantamax. Yeah. And now in Scarlet and Violet, we have Terra types. So you say it's Mega Evolution, huh?
With the nostalgia, and then like the variants of the Pokemon designs for the Megas, and also like they're super prominent and relevant in Pokemon Go. And we went and did a couple of the Mega Swampert, Blaziken, and Sceptile raids this past Saturday as well, to get those in there, because technically Swampert is better than Primal Kyogre in Pokemon Go when Primal Kyogre comes out. I know it sounds weird to say that, but it is. It's better than that. And then I think Mega Sceptile becomes the best grass type attacker in Pokemon Go as well. So like we don't go play PvP for Pokemon Go, but we do occasionally keep up with like the raids, the mega raids, I
was doing the same
events
thing
and all that kind of stuff.
I haven't played Pokemon Go though in about 3 weeks. My phone is very tight on space. I refuse to get a new phone yet. I'm just waiting till this phone just doesn't work anymore.
We actually got new phones on Black Friday.
Oh wow! Yay! Good for you. I'm sitting here with. Well, I have a new mic, I guess. So.
Well, so the best part is, without going into too many details, we got the phones on a super good deal after like trading in our old stuff. The monthly, not counting the plan, but the phone payments themselves for the 2 lines for me and Emily, it's $5.55 a month for the leases.
What phones are they?
S22 Plus.
Oh my gosh, that is a good deal, man.
Yeah. We had to switch carriers.
I was looking. You switch carriers.
Yeah, so you get the most deals. They give you the carrier bonus discounts and all that kind of stuff. So in January, we're going to get $400 in Verizon gift cards for switching over, and that'll pay the phone bill for 3.5 months. So it just works out. It works out to do it sometimes. You stick with one carrier for a long time, and then eventually you wait for them to suck, and then you switch to another one that sucks, and you get more deals.
Who were you guys with before?
We were technically with Sprint, and then they got absorbed into T-Mobile.
Same here.
And then they
and
wanted.
I went on Black Friday too to look for a deal, and they said, "Well, with the phone you have, it's about 5 years old." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I said, "I'm not even worried about trading in. What's the best you guys can get me? I've been a loyal customer I've been with Sprint since, oh my gosh, 2005 or 2003 actually.
Yeah,
2003. I took a small break for like a year and then went right back to Sprint. So even since 2008, I want to say I've been with Sprint." And they said, "Okay, well, the best we can do is this deal, and the phone will cost you $50 a month." And I'm like, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah, if we wanted to upgrade on T-Mobile, we would have had to completely lose the plan we had, sign up for their highest package of data and everything, and hotspot and all that nonsense, and then the phones would have been like $30 a month for each. So I was just like, oh dang, and then we switched to Verizon, and yeah, the phone bill for the service is only about $10 more a month for exactly the same crap we had on T-Mobile/Sprint. And then, the phone payments. Then if you put it on auto pay, they take $10 off a line. So the $20 the difference doesn't make a difference at all. So it just worked out. It worked out pretty cool. And then they give you those extra credits as well. So it'll be even nicer when those come in the mail or get added to the account or whatever.
Lucky. But yeah, my phone is slammed on data. My phone is so old. It only has 64 gigs, and I'm at like 63.7.
Yeah, we had S10es, and they were 64 gig. And then like on eBay, an S10e sells for $50, $60, $70 if you're lucky, just because it's 3 years old now. And then they gave us $800 in trading credit on each line, and I was like, yeah, let's go.
On each line? Oh my god!
Each phone.
Yeah, T-Mobile's like, yeah, we can give you $200 for your phone.
Yeah,
I'm like, $200.
Yeah.
I said, well, what if I do without the plan? Oh, it's gonna be about $50 a month. Oh no. So I'm waiting till this phone just dies, and I might have to switch carriers like you. I've been trying to dread it because I try to stay loyal. You know what I mean? I'm here doing a podcast with you.
Stay loyal until it's time for you to save your money and take advantage of the system.
Yeah. Because my phone's paid off. My plan is pretty solid, but I need a new phone pretty soon. The screen is cracked. My son cracked my screen about 2 months ago.
Oh geez, I made the joke after we switched to Emily. I was like, now I feel like Thanos. When I was a kid with my mom and my grandma, I was on AT&T, and then we were on Sprint together. Then it became T-Mobile, and now we're on Verizon. So we've assembled the Affinity Gauntlet of.
You're missing one more.
Major carriers.
Two more. It's got to be two more, right?
Major carriers? No, there's no other major carriers. There's a bunch of like cheap carriers and like prepaid and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you got all four of the major carriers.
Yeah, basically.
I've been with Sprint most of my life now. T-Mobile basically, and then there was a prepaid company here called Cricket.
Yeah, yep. They're owned by. I think they're owned by AT&T, if I'm not mistaken.
They eventually, they started real small, like here and a few other places. And eventually, they branched out all over the place. And now you'll find Cricket more places, but I think it runs on AT&T's network, and it's not that great. But I jumped over to Cricket. I bought a nice phone. It's called the Voyager. I bought it from Verizon. Had a touch screen. You could flip it over. It had a keyboard. It was so nice in like 2007.
Wow.
And I was Cricket for a year, and I think it's not worth.
You're really showing your age.
Back in my day,
my phone flipped open and had a keyboard and everything.
A keyboard? Do you ever miss keyboards? I mean, no.
Yeah, I had a Sidekick at one point, and then I had a LG Quantum, which was a Windows phone. That it slid open in both directions to where it was like a more traditional like Nokia brick style phone, and then it would slide open on the screen sideways, so it had a full QWERTY keyboard.
So you just go around and say, hey, ladies, just slide it up and slide it down. And
no, I was
girls loved it.
I still am a nerd. It doesn't work that way.
No, don't worry about it. Emily loves you. But no, Stu, let's get down to business, man. We haven't talked in a while. We've missed. I think we missed one regional since our last podcast.
No, we missed LAIC.
Or not original. We missed
LAIC.
Championship.
Yeah. Which I mean, super easy to go over. Toward one, if you've been living under a rock and you haven't been keeping up with Pokemon, even though we've been talking about cell phone carriers for the past 10 minutes
and Thanksgiving. What else?
But basically, Toward one with Lugia. The entire top 8 was basically Lugia. The entire day 2 and day 1 was basically Lugia. And then
Everybody was so afraid for LAIC to just like
we had
warp the
these
meta.
3 regionals this
Exactly.
weekend, and like I think each top 8 had 2-ish Lugia decks, if you count the variants. So it's just like ridiculous that everyone put like Lugia up on this like pedestal, that they were so afraid of it. And in here, it technically didn't win anything. Like it made top cut, but it didn't win anything.
It didn't win anything this weekend. No, I feel like Lugia is a top tier deck, rightfully so. Don't you think so?
Oh no, I agree. I think it still is an S tier deck. I think it still can beat the counters. I think what makes it lose is the amount of variance in like all the mirror matches. They like, you know, we said this before back with like an early episode of the pod of like all the Mew decks nuked each other or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But like I feel like all the Lugia players nuked each other. I mean, if you look at Toronto, because we have breakdown stats from Toronto thanks to like the live stream. Day 1 was like 35% Lugia. Or overall attendance was 35% of the meta was Lugia. So, you know, can you imagine all the mirror matches that happened all day long? Had to have been a lot.
But like you said, the different variants makes it, you know, well, do you have an out for Lugia? What's your out to Duraludon? What's your, you know, everybody has, you know, different things. I think the main thing you see in a Lugia deck, of course, you're going to see Lugia. Of course, you're going to see Archeops. Most of them seem to run Yveltal. And after that, it's who knows what. Usually a Radiant Charizard, maybe. And after that, it's just who knows what you're throwing in there. It's preference almost.
There's, you know, sometimes they were playing Raikou. Sometimes they were playing Raikou V. Like you mentioned Yveltal. And then there's also another Yveltal that was super popular this weekend. The one from Celebrations and all the control decks.
Yes.
And I mean, Lost Box has so many variants. Are you playing Greninja? Are you playing Charizard? Are you playing Amazing Kyogre or Amazing Raikou or Amazing Rayquaza? Are you playing Celebrations Kyogre? Just the amount of variants in all these lists really broke it down and just shaked it up completely with the results of all 3.
And that's the fun. That's why we play this game, man. That's the fun stuff right there. Something different, something, you know, just you never know what to expect. That's the fun stuff. I wasn't, you know, for a lot of people, it's all doom and gloom when LAIC happened. Everyone's like, oh no, Lugia is ruining the meta. This is more depressing than when ADP was around, and more depressing than when Mew was running Rampage. I'm like, no, it isn't, because there's so many different ways to build it. It's so much variance, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's like you might have 55 of the same 60, but those 5 cards can make a difference in a mirror match and against like auto losses on paper or whatever.
What's your preference? What are you teching for? What are you more worried about? What do you think the meta is going to be? Do I add in, like you said, Raikou V because I'm afraid of more Lugia, or do I add in something to handle the Duraludon?
Yeah,
and I mean, like, we saw Amazing Yveltal.
Even in like seniors, we saw the Articuno pop up with the paralysis and the water decks, and some of them played it with Inteleon, some of it played it with Palkia. You know, and then freaking Brisbane, they played Inteleon, Articuno, and a Lowland Vulpix V-Star.
Now, hear me out real quick. Would you believe me if I said I thought about a deck similar to that the night before Brisbane happened?
No, because I've been thinking about Vulpix. I picked them up to make a deck profile with.
You picked some up? I didn't pick any up. I've been thinking about it though, because I was getting ready for a stream, and you know I give away cards, right? So I'm looking at cards to give away, and I get to a Lowland Vulpix. I'm like, I said, would anyone want a Lowland Vulpix? I don't think anybody wants this. I was like, is this playable? Because you know I'm like everyone else. I'm thinking about how do I beat Lugia. So I'm like, well, shoot, Lugia has the ability; it can't touch me. It shreds through Miltank or anything else I have to worry about. You know, shreds through the Duraludon. I put a Wash Energy on there and protect myself from Sableye. I said, I have to just. I said, I'm from Yveltal too. I'm like, is this playable? And I was like, well, what about Ice Cube? Well, what about that Articuno that paralyzes? What about Kyogre? And it's just the thoughts went in my mind, and I was like, not playable.
I picked up a 3-2 line over trades and like cheap singles of Vulpix just to have it, and like I was like, yeah, what can I do with this to put it on the YouTube channel? Because like if you look, and I know like people hate it when I talk about like metrics and stuff for the most part, but like if you search for certain terms, there's a lot of interest in a Alolan Vulpix just because of the Pokemon
cutie, first
itself.
Of all.
It's cute. It's a popular Pokemon, and there hasn't been a lot of coverage for it in general. So it's a hot topic to search for, and you know, by the time I got the cards and so on and so forth. Here we are. They're 14 hours ahead of us in the future over there in Brisbane, already winning a dang regional with
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Like, you can look at my stream, and I was like, hey guys, I was looking at Alolan Vulpix. I'm thinking about, trying to make a deck with it. But I said, let's move on. Let's play some Control. And I moved away from it, and I didn't think about it ever again. Like, I was thinking about it before stream. I mentioned it on stream. I was like, this can't be a deck. Never mind. And then I get off stream, and what do I happen to see is the top 8 of Brisbane. I'm like, wait, what? So I guess it is a deck. I mean, it's been proven to be a deck. It won. So
yeah. So out of the 3 regionals, Toronto, Stuttgart, and Brisbane, where do you want to start?
Let's start with Brisbane, because that was the first one, right?
Technically, they're in
Australians are in the future. Shout out to Mitch from the Stabilize. He's in the future. Our boy Kapow.
Yeah, they told us about the alien invasion before it happened or whatever.
You guys, guess what? Yeah, but no. I woke up. Well, not woke up. I was getting off stream, and I was like, okay, let me check Twitter real quick. And then I see PokeStats, and they have the top 8 from Brisbane. I was like, oh yeah, that is going on. I forgot. And I see the top 8, and I'm flabbergasted. My jaws agape. I'm just, what? And
yeah. I mean, if you look at like Australia regionals in the past, it's like, okay, cool. They all played this. They all played this because they all test together or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you see this and it's just like, who are these people and what are they playing? And like my one of my favorite things of all time, Flaffy.
I was gonna say your boy Flaffy's in there.
Oh yeah, I spoiler alert. It'll be on the channel tomorrow.
Hey, speaking of the channel, quick little digression. Speaking of the channel, you are close to YouTube partner, my guy. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Should be maybe by the end of the week, hopefully sooner. But we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. But yeah,
right. Don't forget about me, all the little people like me and everyone else.
I'm still a little person. It's okay.
Cordy and our boy Yuck.
I'm still a little person.
Clan Burglar.
But no, like that meta. Like if you would have told me that Alolan Vulpix would have won, Flaffy would have been second place, Durant would have been 3rd, and Control would have been 4th place. I would have been like, nah, you're high. You're on drugs. You've been drinking.
High on drugs and drinking. Maybe all 3.
The trifecta.
No, I can buy the Vulpix thing. Like told you I was thinking about it before because I see it as a decent, answer to Lugia. You get a wash energy on there. Mm-hmm. They can't knock you out the Velsa. So I could. You tell me Vulpix, I can kind of buy that. Durant, I always liked Durant. I felt like it was gonna be really good last format when everybody was lost zoning everything. I was like, oh, Durant could eat Dex alive, but it didn't happen. And then Control is always gonna be decent. I played some Control on stream, and I'm actually enjoying it. It's very big brain. I was playing Sanders list with the Yveltal and the Ice Cube. It's very big brain, but it has maybe like 2 really tough matchups. The rest matchups are pretty solid if you play it the right way. But the one deck that just completely just threw me surprised. I didn't expect to see anything like it was your boy Flaffy.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming at all. Like the other 3 you mentioned, it like okay, maybe that was nothing, not at all.
I've always tried to play it, and it's never popped off. So it's just like the right time and the right place for them to be able to farm the water decks and the Lugia at the same time.
Yeah.
Can it happen again? I don't know. Especially now with the Articuno giving itself such a presence that like I feel like all these Lugia decks are gonna have to play switching cards now.
I kind of bought 2 Articuno today from my locals. Yeah? A guy was selling them. One guy had some. We I took second in locals today.
Wow.
And yeah, playing Vikavote. Took second.
Okay.
And we opened our packs. I pulled something decent. I pulled a Regieleki V and something else decent too. I forget what it was. But the other guy pulled Articuno, and everybody's like busting out their wallets, like, hey, yo, yeah, I need that. He's like, I got like 5 of them in my backpack. Hold on. So
yeah, I mean, they're not very expensive.
No.
But then again, now the way we've seen holo rares in the past after success, they pop off. It could grow, from a 50-cent card to a couple bucks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should say that for Stonks.
I'm gonna take a look actually real quick and see. I'm just curious.
Okay. Well, I'll filibuster in the meantime.
Yeah.
No, I just I feel like the Articuno was always it could be a play as opposed to the Zekrom. That Zekrom, I tried to make it work on stream a couple times, and at 3 energy costs, it has to be double lightning. And the 130 is nice, and the paralysis is nice, but I couldn't make Zekrom work for anything. But
no, there's over 300 listings, and they're all about $0.25 a piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I paid $1
each.
Yeah.
Each.
Each.
Oh, you got You got sacked.
Well, he's a homie, so I was like, let me hook up the homie because he gave me a Raikou for real low, the amazing rare Raikou for real cheap.
Oh,
Before, so I was like, let me hook up the homie.
Oh, I knew you were a dingus, but not that much of a dingus.
He's the homie. He gave me the Raikou really cheap, and he got me a Yveltal, amazing rare Yveltal. He got me both of those for good deals. I was like, he's the buddy.
Okay, well, no dollar goes unappreciated to that guy, I guess. But yeah,
but no,
I mean, like this top 8 specifically felt like a online tournament result. Like, the old pizza tournaments or whatever and all that kind of nonsense.
Win a pizza. Stop disrespecting Limitless, man. Shout out to Robin Schultz, man. Stop disrespecting Limitless.
No, that's not Limitless's fault. That's like just, random TOs doing random things.
The Win a Pizza tournament. We'll email you a coupon to Domino's. Like, oh, wow.
Except, it's like a $5 gift card. You can't even buy a pizza with that anymore.
You can get, what, breadsticks, maybe?
No, it's all $6.99. Yeah, no, sorry, it's all $6.99.
You can get garlic knots, and that's about it. Remember when everything was $5.99?
You can back in my day? You can get sides of sauce for 78 cents a piece if you want to. Just drink shots of pizza sauce.
I want pizza sauce, but no. It does look like something you would see on Limitless or just a deck you'll run into on a ladder, like you're playing the ladder on PTCGO or on live, and you run into that, and you're like, oh, okay, neat. But you wouldn't think it's gonna take second place in the regional. That electric deck was electrifying.
And I mean to note, and not to disqualify Australia from anything, whatever. You have to think of these few factors might have messed with this. Is they had less than 2 weeks about this regional.
Yes,
they just dropped this on them 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So not everybody could just drop everything and hop on a plane and go across their country, because Australia is huge. To go to Melbourne, or I'm sorry, Brisbane. Like, that's a big factor. And I think they only had 190 something Masters division players.
Yeah, I think it was right around 200, wasn't it?
Yeah, just about 200 Masters division players. So they could have just been like the perfect storm for these rogue decks to pop up and do so well, especially that most of the people who went to LAIC, like, your Natalie's and your Henrys, they literally probably just got back Wednesday or Thursday.
You're right.
And then had to start playing Saturday or Sunday. So what do they play? The same 60 that they played before, that people have already seen and had access to counter to. So I think that's on the TOs for scheduling that regional and just announcing it so late in such short notice. I think that was a massive flaw with that. And I think it just created, like I said, the perfect storm for these players to come up and play these rogue decks and do well.
You might be right. You might be right. You would still feel like a Lugia just because its sheer power would sneak in there somewhere. But
yeah, not a single Lugia in the top 8. The Articuno deck, or Vulpix, sorry, the Flappy Box, the Durant, 2 control lists. There were two Lugia in top 8. There were 2 Lugia and 1 Mew. They made top 8, but not top 4. They didn't make top 4. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you think Lugia, but you still think Lugia would like break through though, and I don't, because it's a really good deck, man. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to play for San Diego, which is like a month away, and I don't know what to play, and I'm like, I need to start testing, serious decks, real stuff.
About Arlington first to change things.
That's true. So
Arlington
I guess
is
another 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
16th, isn't it?
Yeah. Less than 2 weeks.
So I'm giving another couple weeks. But I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to play, and I'm like, my most success locally was with Zorg V-Star. So I'm like, is there a way I can make this work in the meta? And I'm like, no, because everything that Zorg does, Lugia just does better. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, there's really no... Lugia is such a good deck. So you think it would just, based off how good it is, just sheerly how good it is, it would always top somewhere in the top 4 in any regional. You would think, as it stands right now. You would think so, but I guess they know something in Australia we don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And I mean, like, if we look at Stuttgart, technically the winner was Vikavolt Palkia, and then there was only 1 Lugia in the top 8. Sander played Control, and there were three Mew decks as well. So I mean, like,
Then there was a Palkia and then Vikavolt Palkia, right?
Yeah. Yep. The two different Palkia decks, and the Vikavolt Palkia beat the Palkia in the finals.
Yeah.
As you would assume it would with the lightning types.
Yeah, with the lightning.
Yeah.
I like Vikavolt. I like it. I've been playing it. People get annoyed with me when I play it, and I'm like, well, hey, it's I played Manaya. I played my stepdaughter with it today, and we matched up in our league, and she wasn't happy. She was playing Lost Box Giratina, and she couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just the item lock is just so strong that it can really just disrupt. And if you have a slow start too, you're just so reliant on like shady dealings and everything. Like, oh boy, you can grab supporters, and then half your supporters you can't do anything because you can't get the water in the discard for the melon. You can't play the Irida halfway through. Like, you can grab a Pokemon, sure, but you can't. The item card, what's it going to do for you?
I've had people, just play Irida, and they're like, I can still get an item, right? Like, yeah, you can if you want to. I said, but you can't play it. But you can get any item you want if you choose to.
Deck thinning is deck winning, they say, right? So
thinning is winning, man. You know that. But yeah, I really was happy to see Vikavolt and Palkia. Just something different, when as opposed to Mew winning again. Mew. I just can't get behind Mew, bro. But yeah, there was two Mews in Stuttgart. So Mew's still a top deck. Mew's still good. Mew. Yeah, I think the tier list goes what? Lugia, Mew, Giratina, Lost Box,
or not Lost necessarily Box Giratina. I think Lost Box without Giratina is just a little bit more favored because of the single prize aspect right now.
You're right. I have Anaya playing it with Giratina, and she lost game one. She was playing for the last guy today, and she lost game one. In game two, if it didn't come down to time, she would have won just because the Giratina was a little more chunky. So Giratina has its advantages because it's chunkier.
Yeah,
it can take a bigger hit as opposed to like a Cram, which just dies if you breathe on it, or Sableye, if you touch him, he falls over. So Giratina has advantages, but also has disadvantages because, like you said, that prize trade is major. That's why Lugia is just so good, man, because it can go from being a two prizer to a single prize deck.
Yeah,
that single prizer can take a big knockout at any time.
You pop off one Lugia, get the ability off to get your Archeops in play. You let them take it out, and then they've got to go through 4 single prize attackers, or you loop your Lumineon, and
or you loop Lumineon. Yep, and they're taking one prizers. So that's why like I was saying, I want to bring Zoroark back. Cause I'm really good with Zoroark and how to play it. It can hit really hard, but I'm like, man, Lugia could get up to maybe not to 280 consistent. It can get high 200s as well, mid to high 200s as well, and then. It has a single prize. It has like 3 or 4 single prizes it can go into too. And I'm like, Zoroark doesn't have that. So I might just be switching over to Lugia, man.
I'll ruin it because I was going to recover Zoroark. We put in Radiant Alakazam in place of the Hawlucha to manipulate the damage. Because, you're going to have your Gape Jaw, and if they bench it, they get damage. You can move those to make it easier to get, KOs wherever, instead of having to worry about the Hawlucha into a VMAX and it just being a dead card in a lot of matchups. And then the secret sauce is actually the Jinx from Silver Tempest.
I know what Jinx you're talking about. I made a deck with that on stream. If it gets hit by
a V, they can't take a prize card, and then it's attacking for your double turbo. It's 10 plus 10 for every damage counter on it. So you use the Alakazam to move the damage counters however you want to, and then Jinx can clean up an attack that you've whiffed with Zoroark for whatever purpose, and then they can't take a KO on the Jinx for a prize card unless they can come with a single prizer.
Let me write this down real quick.
And I see that, and for those listening, we record this live, most part on either Twitch or YouTube, and the chat right now is like, oh, I'm changing my deck list. Everyone's like, ooh, that's spicy. So.
And see, I tried it with Lost Box one time, and it got decent results for me, but it was more inconsistent than my regular build. So I went back to my regular build. But that Jinx, I like that Jinx. I played it with Crobat.
And the spicy part is Emily actually went and played with me a little bit at one of the shops last Sunday. So
Emily's playing again,
just a little bit, just to break the rust off. So
get her back in the swing of things.
I wish.
You guys come down to Fresno. Come to Fresno Regional.
It's still not officially announced.
It's not. Everyone's like, "What's going on here?" One of the judges, one of the TOs that we have in our little group chat locally, he's like, he said, "Just for you guys' information, Fresno should be happening. It's just has been announced." Like he showed his professor's group chat, and somebody like messaged like, "Hey, is this really a thing, or is it happening?" And she was, the main person. She was like, "Yeah, it's happening. It's just it hasn't been announced. TPCI is sometimes slow with updates, but it is a thing. It is happening." The bummer is though we kind of got the regional just based off of there's no other options.
Oh,
it was by default almost.
Yeah, sorry, San Fran's a little too much. Los Angeles is too much. Go
I
ahead and
guess
just go to
Fresno,
Fresno.
maybe. I don't Fresno. They had regionals in San Jose before, from what I heard. But I guess the date they're looking for, which is gonna be right before NAIC. I guess the date they're looking for, Sacramento's, they're where they have it is all booked up with whatever's going on. I think in the Bay Area, so like San Francisco or Oakland was like, not a good option. So they want to do a Northern California, and I guess technically Fresno is really Central California, but I guess
Yeah.
it's north enough to be called Northern California. So they said,
So it's like the worst
Fresno
of
it
both
is.
worlds or whatever. I mean,
Basically.
last year they did Milwaukee right before NAIC, and those were only 6-ish hours apart, which in the grand scheme of getting people to come to America to play Pokemon, hey, you can go to this city really cheap and then even cheaper fly to Columbus and hang out there for like this whole
Just stay here.
week and a
Yeah,
half.
just hang out for a week and a half
Yeah.
in the States. And people are like, okay, I'll do that. That's fine.
Yeah, and they all did.
But here,
so.
hey, come down to Fresno, then a week later fly out to Ohio.
Yeah, fly to Ohio. It's just number one on everyone's dreams at this point.
Hey, same thing with Fresno. Fly to Fresno and now fly to Ohio.
Fresno,
what a great week.
thanks.
Fresno, thanks. Wow. Don't get that trendy. Don't do that.
And remember to use hashtag blame Gazer because it's all his fault.
But yeah, it was funny though. We got it by default. But no, if you and Emily come down, I told you I'd take care of you guys. But no, you said Emily's been playing again, and this is I'm excited for that. I'm excited.
She played one day for just like an hour or two, so don't get too excited.
I'm excited. I'm go Emily. She's the reason I made my daughter start off with Blissey Miltank, because I was like, hey, it's a solid choice.
Yeah, I mean, she won that tournament in the summer with it, so.
Mm-hmm. My daughter likes Miltank though. She says it's so annoying. Everybody hates it. And now she's interested in playing Vikavolt. I'm like, good.
Item luck.
Welcome to the dark side.
Do it.
But no, you guys, when you guys played, you tested out that Zorak build, huh? Did it work?
Oh no, I updated it after the fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was funny. There was a dad and a kid at the shop, and it's not a new shop. It's a shop that used to do stuff all the time, and they just kind of stopped forever. So they eventually they've had Pokemon League like Monday afternoons for like a year, and no one's ever shown up. It's just kind of been dead. So they moved it to Sundays, and I work every other Sunday, so like I'm gonna try and sneak in when I can. And the dad and the kid was playing Zorak, and he had the Jinx in there, and I was just like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
You mean to tell me this wasn't a stupid original idea? This came from a small child.
The Alakazam, they didn't have Alakazam in there. They had Halucha, and I started just like, Halucha kind of sucks. There's only one VMAX anyone's playing, and it's Mew, and you can hit 310 without it. Without Halucha, you only need Halucha if there's Kyurems or whatever floating around.
We need Halucha too for if they have Oricorio.
Yeah, Oricorio, Schmoricorio.
Schmoricorio.
You could move damage counters over to it from Alakazam and KO it that way and take a free prize after a while. Just saying.
I suppose. But no, that's the Jinx idea. So you hit something, your Zorak goes down, you move a little damage around with your ready to Alakazam.
Yeah.
And then Jinx cleans up something.
Yep. Or, if you're going to be able to get a KO, but you're like, oh crap, I need to hit, 280. I don't have a belt, but I can hit, whatever anyways. Then that extra little bit of damage will help you get there.
I can see a boss game being a problem, right? Well, boss game or boss arena.
Isn't that always a problem though? With every deck though? Like I always hate that sort of mentality. Like everyone's like, if I post a deck list or whatever, someone's like, yeah, but what do you do about this matchup? Do you just lose? Like, well, no shit, dude. Of course I just lose. What do you want me to do about it? Like you can't have everything always 100% perfect. No matter what. Right. You're gonna have to take some L's somewhere, and if you don't want to lose to anything, then there's no perfect deck. And I'm sorry that people have to think about like, but what about this matchup? What about this matchup? Deck. What about the Duraludon? Who cares? I sit there, I get a free 50-minute break if I play this deck. If I hit Duraludon, I'll see you in the next round.
Yeah, there have been times where I played Zoroark, and before I started playing the Dunsparce, because no one plays fighting anymore, right? But I run into a couple Reggies, I'm like, oh, you win, I'm out. I'm gonna go eat a snack. Or
Yeah.
I see the Duraludon. Okay, yeah, you win.
Remember me at Indie Regionals. I was just like, if I hit a Whimsicott, I get a 50-minute break.
Oh, when you played your
Inteleon. Yeah.
And then you hit one Whimsicott. You hit two.
I hit two. I lost to one, then I tied one.
Yeah, that's right. You hit two.
Yeah. I stalled that game out just so I could get a tie and not another L.
Yes. But no, I beat Liam Kidd one time for a team challenge. I ended up losing in the finals, but I beat Liam Kidd with my Zoroark, and he had the Duraludon. He just couldn't. The first game he got it out, shut me down, whatever. Next two games he couldn't get it out in time, and I was so fast I just blew through him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so we were kind of in Stuttgart with a Vika Palkia winner. Talked about the Mew decks. Sanders' control deck was a little bit different compared to normal.
Yeah.
He had a Kirlia and Gardevoir in there. It was kind of crazy to think that I saw some memes from people on Twitter. It's just like Sanders buy list for his stores. He goes in and gives him $5. And he's just like, how many cards can I get for this $5? And then he puts it in his Mewtwo V Union deck and calls it a day and makes top 8.
He makes top 8. He had refinement going on. He was refining things.
Yeah. But definitely interesting to see that engine pop off. And like, he didn't play the Gardevoir you thought he'd play. He played the old one.
I love that one. That one was so fun.
It's
like when Shadow Rider was a thing?
Yeah. And he had Shadow Rider in the deck too.
Yeah, as a one of.
Yeah, for the Shadow Mist.
It's just in special energies in the stadiums, right? So
yeah,
it buys you a turn, buys you a couple turns if you're lucky.
Yeah, kind of wild to think about that. Just always adapting, and then a lot of other people were playing his control deck from LAIC at the other events and doing all right with it. So it's just crazy to see all this different control stuff.
I played it on stream. Have you tried it yet? It's a fun deck.
No, I haven't. I get bored when I play those decks. It just like I get all ADHD, and I get real bored with those.
Yeah, I took his list. I changed out like 4 cards, and it's worked okay for me. His list is really good too. I found myself wishing I had access to Ice Cube and that Wash Energy a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I added another Wash Energy, and it just shuts down certain matchups. It shuts down Reggie's. It shuts down the Lost Box. It has like 2 really bad matchups. Duraludon's really tough. Any type of single prizer that's like a evolution Pokemon, that's not a basic, really tough matchup. But other than that, it matches up really well with a lot of other meta stuff. But I mean, I guess people are going to try his new list now with the Mewtwo and the refinement.
The Curlias popping off. Yeah. So who knows? And then so that's pretty much Stuttgart wrapped up in a nutshell. And then we've got the big boy of the weekend. And I say big boy by the attendance, almost 1,200, 1,300 Masters.
Yeah.
Toronto. And that literally just wrapped up like 3 hours ago.
With I was at Locals. I had it on the TV. We were watching.
Taking her second regional win ever in the same season.
She took Baltimore first, right?
Yeah, she won. She won with Mewtwo Control, and then she won Baltimore earlier this season. So one of the very few people to do both.
No, Inteleon box, right? With Charizard and...
Yeah, that was Baltimore. Yeah. And then Mewtwo coming through with the Yvetals and Snorlax. So... Kind of nuts. And then it was Duraludon as second place, and I felt bad for that player because they couldn't do anything. I was like, I had it on for the audio while driving home from work, and it just like, okay, cool. They got hit with Crushing Hammer, and then I think like Piper flipped heads 95% of the time. They had to flip a coin.
So we're playing locally, and we have it on the TV, and we're looking up, and then one of the shop guys, he's like, "Yeah, I don't think she wins this one. It's a tough matchup." I said, "It could probably go either way." I said the Duraludon, it doesn't really care about the Mewtwo, spreading other stuff, spreading damage around, whatever it is. But I feel like it can go either way. And then we look, I play my game, and he makes a sale, and we look up, and he's scooping up game 1. I'm like, wait, what happened? What just happened?
The Mewtwo hit.
And we had to ask, and someone's like, she hit Crushing Hammer, Sydney away his last stadium, and got a second active with Gather Mine. I'm like, oh. Well, that's just GG's. That's just good.
Yeah, that was it was a hard lock.
Yeah, and then the next game too, he started not overloading, but Christian went ahead and started just trying to get more energy on his Duraludons than anything else, trying to avoid the hammers, trying to avoid the other stuff.
And then it didn't work out for him at all.
which is a clever line of play if you think about it, because you're worried about hammer. Okay, let me put 2 fighting on here. Then you have to hit 2 hammers heads, but then Piper will get double heads on Silene and put the hammers back and get a heads on a hammer, and then it just nothing matters.
Yeah, and I mean, if the one Silene would have been double tails, they would have had a game 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a tough game to watch. I mean, I'm going back to Stuttgart real quick. That Palkia matchup with the Mew. Did you watch that one?
I tried. I didn't get to.
Okay, it went. I think the Palkia with the Vikavolt won the first one pretty steadily, and then Mew donked the next time, game 2. And in game 3, Palkia was just all in control, just Vikavolt and the Palkia, and then Palkia came in, cleaned up everything, and it got pretty ugly too. So I don't know. We would hope for really good final matches. Like there was a match on stream yesterday in Toronto, and it wasn't a finals, but it was a winning in for double Lost Box. I forget who played, but it's 2 Lost Box players, and that game was intense. The Snorlax woke up on 2 head flips and took the knockout, and that was a good game. That was a fun game, and you would hope for that kind of stuff to happen in the finals. But hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Piper; she won it again.
Yeah,
not many people win 2 regionals in a season. Yeah,
let alone at all. Let alone at all. But
I know, right? 2
in a season is like pretty nuts. Just like 3 months basically apart, give or take, or 2.5. It was September. This is November. No, this is December. Oh my God, time eludes me.
We're in December now, Stu. We're here.
And I mean, there was Lugia in the top 8. Isaiah Bradner and Sierra and Farah both played Lugia.
Yeah, Bradner snuck into the top 8. It was in doubt. Did you watch his games?
No, I didn't.
Okay. He had one game that was kind of in doubt for a minute. I was like, is he gonna get it? But he snuck in there. I want to talk about the elephant in the room. This guy's you probably know what I'm talking about. This guy's always popping off on Twitter about everything. He's right, everyone else is wrong.
I know where this is going.
He knows all the calls. He knows the meta. What's it going to be? I hope he listens to this one day. And he knows I'm talking about him. Our boy, our guy Jake Gerhardt, man. He did it. He finally did something. I hate to say finally did something because I haven't been to a region myself, but you know what I'm saying. He finally he backed up his talk. He walked the walk.
I honestly thought like it was all copium and hopium all week long with all these tweets. And then to see him do so well and like get in there with it, I was just like, whoa, all right. It took everything in me to not reply because I think somebody quote retweeted him and it was like, what is this man cooking? And I wanted to reply with meth. With like a gif of like Walter White or whatever.
I'm out. Not the one who knocks. He is the one who knocks. No, not Walter White.
I wanted to put that because I thought it was just like, okay, all week he's been ridiculous. And then after he posted the Garbodor VMAX deck list, I was like, all right, bro.
I seen that too. I was like, what?
I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this crap. And then
when I seen that, I actually like, wait, is that a deck? I was like, no, never mind. I actually thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, is this? No, never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was just like, he's just gonna, just play whatever, and like we're all getting rolled here. Like, Lugia is the most counterable deck of all time, or whatever.
The most counterable S tier deck of all time. Like, whoa.
And yet he shows a deck list of Garbodor VMAX, and just everyone's just like, all right, bro, this ain't it.
But no, he came through, man. He had the Palkia with the Articuno, which I'm thinking about building myself. About a couple Articunos, I told you, and the Emergency Jelly, which when I saw the deck, I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Like some people didn't click for them. Like, what's the jelly for? But when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it gives you 4 turns of Articuno. And then there was a deck, I think in seniors, that I think it was either the runner-up or the winner, and they had 3 Emergency Jelly or something in that deck just to sit behind the Articuno the entire game.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the beauty of when you play Lugia doesn't play any switching cards. I have a couple built, and I have no switches.
You bet your bottom dollar they're all going to now, though.
Lugia plays no switches. Because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, hey, if worst comes to worst, I'll retreat. And that's what I've always done. I'll Archeops something, retreat it, and then I'm good to go. But yeah, you can't retreat if you're paralyzed.
I mean, I saw the winning in of Jake versus Rahul. And Rahul had the Espeon. And if the Espeon could have gotten set up with that ability in play.
Did you see game 1? He got the Espeon out game 1.
But it ended up getting taken out anyways. And then game 2, he got the Espeon, but he didn't get the VMAX.
Yeah, he couldn't reach the VMAX.
And it got bodied. Yeah. But if he would have been able to keep it up and keep it set up, it probably would have changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Rahul, but shout out to Jake Gearhart too. He backed it up for once, man. Like I haven't gone to this guy with Twitter, but I see some of his takes. One time I left a message like I said something like Jake Gearhart will be because he posted something that's really insightful, and he was posting about older cars and different kind of things from back in the day that equates to nowadays. I'm like, this is really insightful. I said, Jake Gearhart, when he's not popping off about conspiracy theories and what the most cracked deck list is, I said he could be a really insightful person. And he liked it and he laughed about it, and he's been in my stream a few times, and he made that Luke Metal deck that was really popular on Limitless a few years back.
Yeah, Zacian Luke Metal.
Yeah,
that was super popular for a long time.
So he's a good player, young guy, good player. I'm actually happy for him, man. As much as he trolls and I troll him and goes back and forth, I'm happy for him. So shout out to Jake Gearhart, man.
It's cool when you see somebody who's always just talking mad crap finally get to put it where it belongs. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's me at my locals. I talk all this mess and I take like second and third. And then I brag about that. They're like, Gazer, it's second at locals.
Yeah, out of like 6 people.
Hey, sometimes we have like 12. It depends on which shop I go to.
Sorry, I didn't multiply by 2 that time.
Sometimes it's 12 to 14. One time we had like 17. I took second. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and then you guys hold those big 1Ks and then you do awful at them.
Yeah, not awful. I just do mid. I'm right in the middle of the pack, man.
Hey, man,
if
you ain't first, you're last.
Okay, Ricky Bobby.
Shake
also
and
we
bake.
Well, shake and bake. But no, we also had Grant Mantley. Or shout out to Grant. He's been a guest on the pod before. Grant was playing the Lost Box, and I was rooting for him.
Yeah, I think the Kyogre version.
Yeah, that version's so interesting. Manaya played a version of that today, and she ended up losing. But she played against a version like that, and she didn't know what it did. I'm like, Manaya, if you have a boss Twitter, boss it up now. Because it was the game was over. It was going to turns, and I was like, you're not going to win on this last turn, but just boss it up for the future. You see that Kyogre near the end of a game, you kill it. Because the guy put it down, couldn't get it charged up, so he had to pass. And it was turns anyway. This is the last turn. I said, Manaya, get that Kyogre. I said, for future reference, if this happens again and there's time to play, and you kill it, you get it out the way. Because if not, it's going to kill your Luminion. It's going to kill your your poor little flower, little Comfey. So
multiple prize turns, just
yeah.
Open up. And I mean, like, Grant has been absolutely on fire. I think that's like, what, 3 top 8s back to back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Bradner was hot, but man, shout out to Mantley. We got to get him back on the pod, don't we? We got to get him back on here, man.
I mean, hey, work your Gazer magic.
On it.
Oh, and we've been denied. And we've been canceled. Don't forget to blame Gazer. # blame Gazer. Buy the merch. Link in the description. Shout out to the whole 2 people that have bought merch, though. So
appreciate you guys buying the merch. It's gonna help me get to
it'll help you get to the airport.
I was gonna say help me pay for luggage at the airport. Just get to the airport, huh? Well, that's fine.
Your Starbucks at the airport is covered, but
Thanks,
not a venti, just a tall.
No, I'm going somewhere, man. I don't know which one to go to, Stu. What should I go to LAIC?
Fort Wayne.
NIC? Fort Wayne?
Fort Wayne. I mean, if you want to do NAIC, sure, but it's going to be hard to get into. Staying in Columbus kind of sucks. Downtown during that big event, because as soon as the schedule goes up, people book their rooms, and it just turns into like a craziness. And again, we don't know if it's even going to be Columbus again, because they changed it, because they scheduled it with Origins at the same time.
Oh,
so they took it down after they put it up.
So we're missing a lot of information on. I mean, at least we're not Australia.
Yeah, with a 2-week notice for freaking regional. Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah. I mean, we had Mitch on here over a month ago, a month and a half ago.
About 2 months now. Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on 2 months. So yeah, and he was like, we have no clue if we're getting anything, what's happening. And I'm like, you'll get something. I said, I'll give you, a month, at least a month in advance. No, week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just such short notice. Watch how Fresno ends up being 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, it's gonna be all our local players, people from about 2 hours away. It's gonna be about a 500-person tournament.
Yeah, you'll get the Washington people to come down and kick your butt. You'll get your Mellows and your Calvin Connors.
Doom and Cal. Yeah. Mellow,
they'll come kick your butt.
Emmy on the way, Pokemon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's top 4. That's the top 4 right there. And you're dead last. You're dead last at 499th.
there was one person worse than me, and they got disqualified because their deck sleeve broke.
Oh, dude, the DQs and LAIC,
Uh-huh.
man, I don't know. Like, I don't know how heated you want to get in that, but we can get heated about LAIC.
Go ahead. Let's go to. We can't call him Grant's Rants. That's Grant Mantley has that coin, but we call this like Stubbs raging. I don't know. Go ahead. Raging Stubby.
Throbbing, raging. Whoa, calm down, calm down. But like, dude, the DQs and the bias towards North American players at LAIC was ridiculous.
The Mark sleeve. Do you see the quote unquote Mark sleeve?
Yeah, yeah. Are you kidding me? He bent a corner. Okay, yeah. They had replacements in their backpack, and they got DQ'd.
Yeah, they said sorry, you're gone.
And then the seniors division player, whose dad waved at him, or whatever the whole story was.
I didn't hear the whole story about that. I saw a tweet about that, and I was like, that happened. What's that whole story?
I don't know all of it off the top of my head, but like they blamed the kid and the dad for like giving hand signals or whatever, and he was like, I don't know, 30 feet away. If I'm 30 feet away, I can't see your game state, bro. I can't see what's on your board, your opponent's board, in your hand, in their hand, you know. And then for the kid to get ripped out, and he was in like contention for top 16 for points.
Jeez.
For stipends and stuff, not just in the event, but just in general, like top 16 in seniors, just to get ripped out and get that robbed away from them. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm sure if you want to know the full story, it's out there on Twitter. Y'all can go find that and read.
So you think there's a bias?
Yeah, and I mean, remember we had Ricardo Totti on an Iodito. It was like second episode ever of the podcast, and they talked about the problems with Copog, the people who were the TOs. And like the availability of product and all this kind of stuff, always having to borrow cards and everything.
Ricardo Totti took what, second place with a Mew VMAX deck that wasn't even his?
Yes, with multiple cards from different people. So Copog just handles everything awfully, apparently, in Latin America for the tournaments and just everything else. So it just, you know, the judge calls didn't seem to be right. The DQs seemed to be over harsh. You ain't gonna catch me going to Brazil, bro.
So we're skipping LAIC. You'll be heading off to NAIC, right?
NAIC probably, because, you know, if it's in Indy or Columbus, it's, you know, 3 to 5 hours away. Even if I don't get in as a player, I'm still gonna go and hang out with people.
Yeah, you're around the corner. I doubt you're going to EUIC.
No, I don't have a passport. If I had a passport, I would have been in Toronto this weekend.
Okay. Oh, really?
Toronto was only a 3.5 hour drive.
I didn't know it was that close to you. Sheesh.
Yeah, dude. Yep. 2 hours to get out of the States, an hour to get to Toronto from the Canadian border.
Somebody get this man a passport then. He should have been there.
If I'm going to die,
it could have been you versus Piper in the
America.
finals, man. It could have been you versus Piper, you versus Christian in the finals. It could have been you.
I would have been a sheep and played Lugia, not actually playing sheep. I would have played Lugia, and I probably would have failed miserably at mirror matches.
What kind of build would you have?
It's a combination of Tords and Lucas's from LAIC.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't like the Pumpkaboo in Tord's list.
You gotta have Pumpkaboo.
So I cut the Pumpkaboo.
You gotta have Pumpkaboo
for a second collapsed.
No, collapse is unsearchable. You gotta have Pumpkaboo.
Yeah, well, you know,
Ultra Ball for it.
Again, I wasn't going, so I don't care that much, anyways. and two, I haven't played any Lugia mirrors at all because no one in my area that comes and plays anywhere has it.
Everybody's running around here with Arcanteleon and Luna Rocks.
One of the kids has Palkia and Giratina. He has those. One of the other guys is balls deep into Superior for whatever reason. There's somebody playing Regidrago. There's a Lost Box. There's Palkia Intels. There's Arc Intels. There's Arctura. There's Zoroarks. There's Mew. There's Mew. There's Mew.
Oh, wait. Do you guys have a Mew out there?
Yeah. You know those League Battle decks?
Oh,
yeah, everybody bought 2 of those.
Yeah, same here. Same
So
here. So I'm seeing people sleeve it up and people playing it, and everyone's trying to find a different build and trying to find what works and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys put it down. You
and
guys are
I
better
mean,
players than
you
that.
know, I like the deck, but I
Ugh.
also don't like when everybody plays the same thing in a small locals. That gets kind of
Yeah.
boring. And I
When
get
that
it,
League Battle deck first
card
came out.
availability and economy's in a tough straight at the moment. Not everybody
Please tell
can
me.
get Pokemon cards sent to them by the Pokemon company and open it up on their YouTube channel and all that kind of nonsense. So I got really lucky with assembling Lugias. I just heard like Captain America in my head just now. Lugias assemble.
Lugias, assemble.
Yeah, but I got lucky on that part. And also I've always bought and traded for four of everything to have access to for content and just
Well, yeah, you
play
like to,
testing.
use physical cards for your content. You show physical deck builds and talk about it and go into in-depth. And, that sets you apart from other people who, talk about it, which is great. But, play some games on PTCGO. You hold the cards. So you actually have to have them. A lot of times, not a lot of times, sometimes you have proxies. I know that.
Only before.
Yeah, before the new set drops.
Before the new set drops, I'll do proxies and play with them. Like,
but for the most part, you go grab what you need and you sleeve it up and you have a build for it.
Yeah,
and,
like when I do that, when I record this Flaffy video tonight or tomorrow, it's a full 60 no proxies. I scooped up the last Zekrom I needed from the shop. And I even took cards out of Reggie's and Lightning GLC to make it happen. So
you mean poor little Timmy won't be able to get that Zekrom he's been asking for?
no one was buying that. It sat in our bulk foils for like 2 months now. So
yeah, I just can't figure out how to make Zekrom work. Even looking at that deck list, I'm like, there's no way that works, but I guess it worked. But hey,
hey, whatever. We'll get it done. Marie, Flaffy, and Ampharos are some of my favorite Pokemon. So
we know Sheep Squad,
yeah,
stand up,
represent. I kind of want to.
No, we had a full weekend. Man.
Yeah, we had it was nuts. 3 freaking events.
Mm-hmm. When someone mentioned it, I was like, "Oh, is it going to be like 3 back-to-back events?" Because we had LAIC and then I guess Toronto, and I was like, "They're like, no, 3 events this one weekend." I'm like, "Huh? Who planned this? Why is this happening? Whose idea was this?"
Yeah, different TOs all across the board and everything. So it just is, it is what it is. Different regions of the world. And again, like we said, I feel bad for the Australians just because they had less than 2 weeks of a notice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those that went to LAIC, just came right back to travel
with,
again.
4 days to go.
Or not even. Like some of them I think I saw somebody tweet that they got back Thursday and then had to leave Friday to go to
hey,
Brisbane.
Guys, I'm home. All right, guys, I'm gone.
See you later. Oh, unpacked, repacked, new clothes, different bag. Kind of nuts. But yeah, any favorite decks for you as takeaways?
A couple. I really a couple. I enjoyed Piper's a lot. That Vika Palkia deck. I like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sure spicy. Once we get through the next 12 to 16 hours at the time of us being live and recording this right now, we'll have a majority of the lists available to us.
Mm-hmm. That should be over on PokeStats and through Twitter and stuff like that.
Then Limitless whenever they get around to it. Mm-hmm. I know that Limitless hosted the stream. I will say Hot Chalk was phenomenal on the mic. He was even dressed up real nice too. Full stunting, full drip on everybody.
What I liked about Hot Chalk, he actually brought some how did the kids say, swagger?
Yeah,
some swag?
Yeah. The drip, the drip as they say.
Yeah,
he got those sick Fortnite he dressed skins. Nice. He spent the V-Bucks. The kid. We got to get the kid demographic into the pod more a little bit. So yeah, Also, hey, if you do play Fortnite, I have a creator code. You can just type my name in. Support the content. Just saying.
But no, Hot Chalk brought. He looked good. He just, I don't know. Just he brought some personality to the stream, man. So I was happy to see him. I felt good for Shay, man. I was like, but other deck I liked was the Alolan Vulpix. And just I guess the Articuno and just I mean even Jake's build too. I mean the Articuno in general. I really enjoyed that. I swear I thought about it the night before all this happened.
I got to dig through my personal bulk foils to find Articunos. I don't know if I have them. So I'm gonna have to look for those to see if I have them for the content. But yeah, I definitely want to cover the Alolan Vulpix as well, because I picked those up through trades. So you know, I wanna have more stuff out there, and you know, Crown Zenith won't bring too much craziness to the meta, because you know, a majority of it's going to be reprints, and we still know nothing other than boss's orders from Scarlet and Violet.
And that's the one with Cyrus, right?
No, Scarlet and Violet boss's orders is the chairmaster of the.
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah.
Time out. Wait a second.
It was revealed about a week or two ago from a Japanese Pokemon stream, and it's Chairman Clavel or Clavel, however you want to pronounce it.
I did not see that
as boss's orders. And you know, not to spoil the story for anybody. But he's not a bad dude. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. So I don't know why he's on the artist boss. It doesn't make any sense.
Is it safe to put my headphones back on?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
All I said
I've only played 2 hours. Come on.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not really a spoiler. He's not a bad guy, so I don't know why it's a boss's orders.
And you just spoiled it. Thanks a lot, Sim.
Okay. Totally. You got me. You got me. I ruined the entire game of Scarlet and Violet for everybody 2 weeks and a half after it releases.
We just got back and we're getting canceled again. Good.
Yep.
Nice,
we'll see y'all after New Year's. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave us a review on Spotify and Apple. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, anything else you want to cover? You want to talk about?
No, I was just looking for that boss's order you're talking about, but I don't see it. But I'll find it later. But no, full weekend, man. I'm glad we're back able to talk about it. We touched on LAIC. We're missing anything else? We talked about, you mentioned Crown Zenith a little bit. Have you seen some of the arts in this set?
They are gorgeous. I really want so many of these things. It's gonna be bad for my wallet and my trade.
I think one of my favorites is that. Have you seen the Raikou V?
Yeah.
That boy is running the Suicune, like with lightning around him, and just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Raikou and the Suicune are really cool. The Zoroark V-Star is insane. The Secret Rare Creation Trio and Arceus makes a picture together if you turn the Giratina upside down and put the other one side by side. Crazy artwork and Secret Rares. And then, of course, I guess in the Japanese packs, there's a God pack where it's like a set of 9 cards. And it's like Pikachu and like just a bunch of basics or whatever, but there's a Flaffy in that as that God pack in Japan. So I hope we don't have to.
I've seen the Flaffy.
I hope we don't have to have God packs here, because I'm gonna need about not Flaffy, the Mareep. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need about 4,000 of those Mareep.
There's also a Flappy too, though. There is a Flappy.
Yeah. There's a Flappy.
Yeah, you're talking about the God pack with the basics, the Pikachu, the
9.
Doof.
The 9 basics, the Chimchar and the Poochyena and all that, or whatever.
Terrace.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
And you want those Mareeps. I know you want the Flaffies too.
Oh yeah. I mean, the sheep collection is never satisfied. I need more and more and more and more.
You guys hear that? If you guys see Subin at regionals, bring him your Mareeps, please.
I mean, I gave away Mareep, Flaffies, and Amphiroses.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice if we reverse and we bring them to you now? We give you our character rare. I guess not character, but our Mareeps. Like, here you go.
Yeah, I would like that a lot more. Yeah, you're right. All right, bring on the sheep, please.
But nah, yeah, this Crown Zenith says it's not going to bring a whole bunch of I feel like competitively, like, nothing new, but
just people are going to bring up the V-Star seems interesting.
Yeah, we're finally getting those.
Rotom V-Star.
Oh, is that confirmed? We all been waiting for it.
It should be. It should be.
You would think. I mean, we thought we were going to get it in when we got Rotom V, but we didn't get that either.
Yeah, I don't know how they were separated. Makes no sense. Yeah.
I mean, Rotom V's done well in Japan, but I don't think it's. I mean, Rotom V Star's done well in Japan, but I don't think it's that great.
No, but I mean, it's a lightning type attacker in a meta that needs more lightning type attackers.
I guess you're right.
So,
but yeah, nothing too super duper like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a broken card in the set. But I mean, we're gonna have people are gonna spend a lot of money, and we're gonna have a lot of blinged out decks with alt arts, and that just are amazing. Like people are gonna spend time looking at their decks, like, whoa, bro, your deck. That's a nice deck you have there. Can I hold it? Stuff like that,
I'm just gonna. I hope this is the crickets button. Is that the crickets button?
That it was the crickets button.
Okay.
But no, man, the art is beautiful in this set. We should be getting that sometime in January?
Yeah, January, mid-January should be the release for that.
Mm-hmm. And then they're going to stagger releases for different products.
Yeah, over a few months or whatever. And then Scarlet Violet base set should have pre-releases sometime in February.
I would assume so.
So again, no dates have been pushed yet or whatever. No, there's not even like any leaks there or whatever that I'm aware of.
It hit me last night. I don't know why I was thinking about it, but it was about a year ago, around this time a year ago, that we got Arceus V-Star revealed. Maybe a few weeks before this, but around this time, Arceus V-Star came out like, whoa, what is this? It was such an exciting moment, and everyone's juiced up, and I don't know, just. I'm waiting for something like that to drop from Scarlet and Violet. Like, here's a EX of whoever it is. We're like, whoa! I'm waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we know Magnezone, Mimikyu, Lucario a little bit, and we know a little bit of Koraidon and Miraidon. But again,
I forgot about Mimikyu. Oh yeah.
No types were shown. They were all grayed out.
Mm-hmm.
We know their in-game types are Dragon Fighting and Dragon Lightning. So if they're both going off of dragons, are they going to be colorless again? Is there going to be something with the Terra types or whatever mixed in?
It has to be. It's got to
be. We know nothing. Japan knows nothing. No one's saying anything. They're holding us under wraps. I think
I'm just waiting for at least one leak, like not leak, one reveal like they did with the.
I want to say
Arceus.
give it like probably around Christmas, so a couple weeks from now, because they just got V-Star Universe, which is basically our Crown Zenith.
True. They want to try to sell as much as they can.
They'll sell as much as they can and then move on to the next.
Oh, by the way, this is coming out soon. Go give us more money now. Go get your money.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no idea how the mechanic will work, but I mean, they're going to. They always bring that mechanic into the base set of every generation. We got the GX attacks for the Z moves. We had Megas for the EXs. We had V-Star powers, which were kind of like a combination of Z moves and GX attacks, and then of course VMAXs were basically like Dynamaxing. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm excited for the future. I hope everything's cool. I hope we get to like a more balanced era where the power creep's not so bad.
I'll give you that. The power creep can be bad at times. I'll give you that. I mean, I feel like they try to scale it back by bringing back two prizers with ridiculous abilities, ridiculous V-Star powers, but the two prizers again.
I think what made everything so crazy recently is just the fact that like this is the largest standard format we've ever had.
True.
For the longest time too.
True.
We almost always rotated August, September, and now we've gone 2-3 expansions since when we would have rotated 4 out. And like this massive card pull is clearly shown to reward good deck building.
Yeah.
Having all these different things. And I mean, could you imagine the other timeline where we rotated in August and Lugia didn't have powerful colorless energy. It didn't have Aurora. It didn't have the amazing rares.
Aurora.
Would we be playing Lugia Gengar in that other timeline?
Oh, because we would still have single strike energy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Lugia Gengar mirrors.
and it would have rolled off Mew finally or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what would have happened if we rotated? But maybe we'll be close to par. Worldwide rotations, worldwide releases. Who knows? I don't know. We don't know anything. We're idiots. This is a gust of wind. We're not your father's Pokemon podcast. Or whatever.
Would we be like your brothers? Because I mean, fathers be like, we would be some of these people's fathers, couldn't we be?
No, I've never had a children.
I've never had a children.
I've never had a children. I never want a child.
We could be, age-wise, some of these people's fathers. So we can't say we're not your fathers. We're not your brother's podcast, right? That's what. Because the brothers are young and hip. No,
I'm not gonna. No, I'm just gonna let that die.
no crickets at least though. Thank you.
I'm gonna let that die on that hill. But yeah,
Stu,
let's
do you have any stonks for us, man?
No, I don't. Everything's cheap. For the most part,
cheap by now.
Everything's cheap. Buy your cards. Don't buy
Everything's
Lugia unless
now.
you're gonna go play
go.
at Arlington and whatever else. Pricing of everything has just been on a low. On a lull too. I don't have a stonks. I really don't.
One card I think is going to see a little more play based off what happened this weekend. It's a supporter card that I usually tend to put in a couple decks whenever I build, but I mean I usually end up cutting it. When I build my decks online, I go over to like 65 cards. It's usually one of my last few cuts. And guess what that supporter could be?
Birdkeeper.
Birdkeeper, exactly. It is Birdkeeper. I always like Birdkeeper because it gives you a switch out, and it's a draw 3. We have plenty of draw 3s. But, each time a draw 3 gets a little spicier. Avery, Birdkeeper, Worker is another one I thought would see more play too, but apparently not.
No.
But I feel like Birdkeeper is going to start seeing play now in maybe a couple Lugia builds, or maybe they'll just play regular switches. But that's such a space eater, isn't it? I don't need to switch all the time. Now I just have the switch in my hand.
Yeah, we're gonna see Lugia play switch cards.
Some type of switch.
And Birdkeeper could be the choice, especially the fact that there's always now every Lugia deck has 2 Luminion in there, so you could just quick ball, ultra ball for Luminion, grab your Birdkeeper, get out of the paralysis, take the KO on the Articuno with the Birdkeeper. Because the Articuno has 120.
Yeah.
If it's 120 HP, then the Luminion gets there. So that's probably the play in that regard, especially with the Lugia decks to get around the paralysis.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, with the Lugia deck used to be just, if something gets gusted out, I'll just attach and retreat, but you can't retreat if you're paralyzed. So you're right.
I can also.
Is there another? There's no other supporter that switches, is there?
No, but I can see Sharon's care.
First side girl.
I can see Sharon's care.
You're right. Sharon's care.
Just picking it up and getting it off the board, and then they're gonna have a handful of energy, but they can Marnie the next turn.
Will we ever see a forest side girl?
You know what?
Forest side girl.
I don't think it's a crazy idea.
Okay, I was being sarcastic, but you're serious.
Think of it. Okay, you need the Charizard, or you need Raikou or whatever. And you're stuck under the paralysis. You have an open bench space, so your Furious Ode Girl, the Raikou into play, and then okay, cool. You switch it into the active. You're no longer locked under the paralysis, and then you Primal Turbo onto it.
And now my Charizard takes out.
And then your Charizard or your Raikou or whatever takes it out. Yeah.
I'm gonna waste my Charizard on an Articuno.
I mean, I'm just saying, hypothetically, you could grab another Lugia for all I care. But I mean, it's an option. It's an option.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Lugia has to play some type of switch, though. Bottom line is some type of switch. So maybe Sharon. I didn't think about Sharon's care. Maybe you're right about that too. But I still think Birdkeeper is going to see some play. It sucks. It's going to be leaving within the next couple months, like a lot of these cards are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, if you want to flex, full art Birdkeepers are $2. So.
Full art
Birdkeepers.
I can bling out my deck
because they were in Shining Fates, and everybody destroyed Shining Fates trying to get all the shinies. So it's not that bad. And yeah, if you want to be crazy and play Furious Ode Girl, wow, it's actually $11 for the full art.
No, never. Let's okay,
bro. I did not see that coming.
It's a girl, and people like her. Moving on. Let's just. So yeah, you have no stonks. I think Birdkeeper could be played a little bit more. But you're right. Some bottom line is Lugia has to play some type of switching now because Articuno and Zekrom might be a thing on the horizon.
Yeah, maybe.
It just sucks that we're losing a lot of these cards.
If I had to pick a stonk, I would just say Alolan Vulpix V-Star.
I thought about it. Mania pulled one today from her pack.
They're cheap. I mean, and also too, it's a popular Pokemon. It could, and it's also technically, I think it's the only Pokemon that can evolve that isn't evolved on a V card.
Not on a V, on a V-Star.
V Star or whatever.
Yeah, maybe on a V Star.
Yeah, Pikachu. Well, never mind. Yeah,
I was gonna say we got Pikachu. I was just gonna say that we got Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu doesn't count. They make Pikachu everything.
Is there anyone else? Pikachu, Lone Vulpix. It's gotta be someone else. We need to write these questions down and ask our next guest, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask them off the top of their head. Speaking of segments for our guests, man, I want to make this a segment. I'm gonna see if I can stump you this time. Where he from? Where's this? What region is this Pokemon from? I got one for you.
Can we use proper English though?
Where he from? Nah, where he from?
How dare you assume it's gender, dude? We're gonna get canceled.
Oh, you're right. Dang it. You're right. Okay, but no. Let's see if we can figure this one out. It's gotta be quick. Rapid fire.
I'll try.
Meowstic.
Meowstic is Gen 6.
Oh, okay. All right. You got it this time. You got it. I'm gonna stump you one time.
Yeah.
I stumped you last time we did this.
I mean, because you gave me like 5 or 6 in a row, and then it was the last one that I brain farted on.
Yeah, I did the same thing too, though. So, well, I got you. I'll get you later. I'm gonna get you later. But we're gonna make this a thing, man. We can somehow. I swear.
Yeah. Okay. It's about as much as a thing as yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, at least we're a thing. We're a thing, and we're back, Stu. It's good to be back, man. I know we need a little break. Gotta mentally recharge. But hopefully this is gonna be on YouTube, right? So
I mean, yeah, it's already on YouTube. So thanks for being here in the live stream for the recording. If you come back and watch this live, thanks for being here. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Come back and watch this live. They'll come back and watch this.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they want to, pick up on a topic we talked about or whatever, and they want to enjoy the beauty of my Christmas tree in the background.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, happy holidays and all that nonsense. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, hey, leave a review. It really does mean a lot. It actually really does help push the discovery. And if you're not on either of those platforms, hey, we're available on Google. You can type it in Google, and then you can listen to it in Google. And then, also Amazon podcasts. We're there. If you have Amazon Prime, that's super dank. So check us out.
I had a buddy of mine who asked about our podcast. Like, oh yes, I put in the link because I was streaming. But one of my local buddies like, oh, where can I find your podcast? I put in the link. I put an exclamation point gal, and I have the Spotify link. They're like, oh, Spotify? I don't have a Spotify. I was like, oh, we're on Google. We're on. I just named off everything we're on. I felt like I was doing an ad spot real quick. Yeah.
I mean, hey, also ad spot. Anyone out there ever would love to, have a 30-second to a 2-minute plug or a sponsorship, hit us up. It'll help Fun Gazer come to regionals and so on and so forth. And yeah, whatever. We like money.
Money now. Yep.
I need to get
but no, Sue, it felt good to talk with you, man.
Yeah, man.
It felt good to talk with you. Just so you know, bro. I know sometimes you get that imposter syndrome, and I've gotten it a couple of times too, man. But I feel like what we're doing here is different than any other podcast. Like you said, we're not your daddy's podcast. We're also not your brother's. We might be your sister's podcast, maybe. But we're definitely doing something different here. We bring the information and entertainment. I call it infotainment, if you will.
Oh, just like how they would lie and call educational things edutainment.
Yes.
To get around the censors. Yeah.
Well, totally. I mean, that was ruined. That was ruined in the 80s thanks to what?
Toys.
Ninja Turtle. Yeah, toys. Yeah. Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joes, He-Man. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we're not ruining this generation of Pokemon players. We're actually, helping them out. We're doing our thing, Stu. We're doing our thing, man. So just don't ever think that we're not doing well, or that you're not doing well, especially with your YouTube's popping off. I mean, to break the fourth wall yet again, you've had upward of 22 people watching this live.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this fourth wall is.
Fourth wall. I broke it. I cracked it open. I'll come back into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no, this was a great podcast, man. What you're doing is great, man. We appreciate you. This community needs you, bro. I know sometimes you feel disconnected from it, but you are a part of us, and we need you, man. It's true. If anyone's more disconnected, try someone like Good Mind Shows or somebody like that, man, who knows what Pokemon cards are, but they don't know how to play them. So that's like a disconnect right there.
That's also a jab. Yeah, he knows what cards are, but he can't read. And then a special shout out to our guy Drummer, man. Poke Drummer. He actually played Birdkeeper in his Lugia. There we go.
He told me, he's like, I played Birdkeeper in here. I'm like, yo. So Drummer's already ahead of the curve.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who went and played at regional. Shout out to the people who have that Gust of Wind merch that have went to oh wait, no, never mind. No. Hey, you know what? Proposition for you, for anybody out there that wants to be a guest. if you win a regional with Gust of Wind merch on, you can be a guest on the podcast.
You mean all I have to do is buy a sweater and win a regional? I'm ready. Now, what if it's me? What if I do it? What if it's me?
Oh, then we'll just end the podcast forever, and I'll go start one with Jimmy in Texas again.
Shout out to Jimmy Shoot in Texas, bro. Man, we gotta get them on one day. We'll get it out of here. We'll wrap it up after this. My local group that I play with, our little group chat, I was, mentioning things about, how I'm gonna be respected as a player once I get to my first regional and stuff like that. And I said, if I get top 3 and I end up on stream, I said I might end up on stream because I'm kind of a name, around the Twitchverse. People are like, oh, Gazer Beam, put him on stream because he's 3-0. And then someone's like, Gazer, if you go 3-0 to regional, I'm retiring. I'm going to play Digimon. And then someone else said they're going to go play One Piece. And somebody else said they're going to go play. And it just went on.
We don't have One Piece in our store for sale or whatever. But the people that came in today to play Digimon because it didn't fire off, they all played One Piece instead today. I was just like, we don't even sell this game.
So it's like 3 people, and they're like, "Oh, well, you guys want to just play One Piece?" Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the dude bought 2 boxes and hit some cards worth like $300 or whatever, and it paid for all his stuff. Just like sounds nuts. I'll pass. They gave me a demo deck. I left it in my car. It's how much I care about it.
Bro, go get it.
Nah, it's just like a clear plastic package with like not half of a deck in there. I've never once watched One Piece. The only One Piece I have and care about is my One Piece. It's where it belongs.
Okay, let's get out of here. You've heard the theme song though, right? Where the guys rapping?
No.
Bro, okay, I'll send it to you later. Gotta go. One Piece. You haven't heard the theme song?
Did you just do Sonic X? Just change the name.
Gotta go One Piece.
Hang on. Hang on. The people. I'm just gonna guess, and I'm gonna ask the way you just made this.
Oh yeah,
the people who make the English dub. Was it 4Kids or 4Kids Entertainment?
4Kids. Yep.
Yeah, exactly no right, thanks. I'll pass. I'll never watch that garbage.
I knew where you're going with this. I already knew.
Those people ruined Yu-Gi-Oh. They ruined. So many,
Sonic X was okay.
No, dude,
and
the Japanese version of Sonic X is so much different.
You're not wrong. It's okay though.
Especially with like the second season where they're in space and like Shadow comes in and Shadow swears and all the no.
It's different, but it's okay.
Coming from the dude who put 30 hours into Sonic Frontiers, I'll die on the Sonic Hill.
Sonic X wasn't terrible, bro.
No, it wasn't terrible, but 4Kids made it garbage.
They did good with Ninja Turtles. I mean, that was American made anyway.
Yeah.
And then they sucked with Kirby.
They ruined Kirby.
Kirby.
Kirby. They really dumbed that down.
They did. They ruined Kirby so bad.
Yeah, they really did. And they ruined Yu-Gi-Oh. Because if you look at how dark that show is in general and everything.
These are dark energy discs. They're to send you to the shadow realm. No, bro, those are blades. You're trying to chop off my legs.
You're gonna die, and you're gonna end up in hell after the battle.
Exactly. And then when the security came to kidnap Kaiba, they're pointing at him with their handguns.
Their finger. Yeah. They're like,
"Come with us.
You.
Come with us, Seto."
All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for listening, everybody out there on the Spoofy and the Amazon and the Anchor and all that nonsense. And if you made it this far, we appreciate you. If you didn't make it this far and you just clipped into it, we still don't appreciate you. I'm kidding.
Bro. I appreciate you. But no, thank you guys for listening, for hanging out. Find us everywhere you find us. Our links. I stream on Twitch. Subin streams on Twitch occasionally. Also streams on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, which is about to pop off and blow up.
It's not going to blow up. It might implode.
It's going to be way better than a freaking 9 Cards YouTube channol. Ugh.
Oh my God. We're going to have to do like a squash the beef episode here in the future.
We have to bring on past guests we have beef with.
Oh my
9 Card TCG. I have beef with Mitch.
Who don't you have beef with at this point? You might as well. You might as well open a Five Guys, bro. You got so much beef.
That was a good one. You and I are cool, right?
Yeah, I'll take a triple cheeseburger.
Let's get out of here. Stu, man, you want to get us out of here?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, liking, commenting, leaving reviews, all that nonsense. Follow us on Twitter. Follow Gazer on Twitch and Twitter. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Buy the merch. support Gazer's dreams of coming to the East Coast.
Oh,
because it's just so much better than the West Coast.
Come on, bro. You ain't gotta go there, man.
But yeah, that's it. Any final thoughts or last words or wishes?
No, just that's words or wishes. Am I dying?
Yeah. Your goose is cooked.
Jeez, but no, just it was a fun weekend, man. Jumping from the limited stream to the Pokemon official stream. I even popped in a little Pokemon Go. I popped in there and watched a little bit. They get hyped for Pokemon Go, man.
Yeah, they do.
They get hyped for that Go. But it was just a good weekend, man. Good weekend full of Pokemon. I played some games, and it was a good time, man. It's just good to be back talking with you guys and with you, Stu. Appreciate you. Let's get out of here, man.
All right, take it easy. Peace out.
Big hearts, big love. Later.
All right, recording is done. Stream is still here.
Hey, good mind. I love you. Sam, I love you. No offense. I'm trying to give you a mini shout out in the stream. I can't just say, hey, good mind shows. Yeah, so I got to, take a little jab.
Gazer does enough busting out of his own balls. He's got to do it to somebody else.
Emily, appreciate you moderating and keeping things in order.
Crazy.
What's up, Yuck? Clan Burglar. We try to interact with chat when we can. We type back and forth when we can.
Yeah, I don't do it too often, but yeah. That's why I started a little bit earlier. I was waiting on you. I
heard you. I was listening to you. I heard you like, should I just go live? I'm gonna just go live. I was like, okay, let me try to fix my mic, and then I had mic issues.
Yeah, I was thinking about streaming tonight. I might have to mess with it and get it.
Yeah, I was thinking about streaming tonight. Trying not the mic. I think I'm gonna eat something. Stream. My neck's a little sore though. I don't know why my neck is sore. Sitting in a chair all day playing Pokemon cards.
Nah, I know why your neck's sore, but I'm not gonna say that live on the internet.
Really? Neck's a little sore tonight. We know why.
You're too busy listening to a little Bow Wow bopping your head.
Yes, a little Bow Wow. A little Bow Wow. But all right, Stu. Are we gonna rate out?
So if in the future, if I have a video ready to go, we could go right into the video.
Make it a live watch.
Yeah, and do a premiere and
redirect. Start doing that. Start making premieres and having videos for us to watch together.
MW's been slacking a little bit the past couple of weeks, so
What are we paying that guy for then?
I know, right? No, he's been sick, and then he went away for work. So I'm busting his balls next.
Cody, my grandma loves fish, man. I went and picked up some fish from this fish market that sells it. They fry it for you and everything.
I was telling them in the chat that you were cooking
giving his grandma fish, whatever that means. I'm like, really, bro? That sounds so inappropriate.
Yeah.
Gazer gave his grandma some fish. What?
All right, let's skedaddle. Thanks everybody for being here. You're the bomb. This actually should have done it, so we'll see tomorrow if I get the email for partner.
I mean, bro, you had like 20 people in here at one point in time.
So we'll see how it breaks down. And then cheapest membership will be 99 cents. And then we'll scale them up from there. And then you auto bomb. You can do also, because it's through Google. If you do Google surveys on your phone and get free credit, you could probably pay for your sub every month.
Oh, it is through Google, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'll do that for you. I can throw you a bone there, Stu. I got you. I'll do that for you.
Let's go. But yeah, that's it. Love y'all.
Weekend the partner.
Love y'all. You got a bomb. Gazer, anything you want to say?
No, I love you guys, man. Appreciate you, Stu. Not to get sap your emotion, but I love you too, bro. I can't wait till we hook up and hang out in real life, man. You bug the hell out of me sometimes. But you're my guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody in Pokemon has to be happy and go lucky all the time.
Nah, that's why I say we're the good yin to each other's yang, man. We fit in perfectly.
You're like
never think what we're doing isn't really isn't content or isn't worth anything, man. What we do is different. And there's people out there who want that. Like I learned that. Shout out to Passman too. But he missed the stream, didn't he? But yeah, Passman too was like, Gazer, what sets you apart from the Mahones, the Zools? Because Passman too, he really felt like, and I hope he still feels that way. If I just focus solely on streaming, I could reach partner on Twitter and be up there as well. He said, what sets me apart from them is that the fact that I have personality, the fact that I do things differently, the fact that, I'm entertaining. It's not just, hey, here's a deck, let's play, like that. And I feel like that's what we bring to our podcast, man. We entertain, we laugh. People feel like they're hanging out with us. Jimmy said it once. Jimmy said
I get that.
He listened to our podcast and it felt like he was in the shower with, in the locker room with two guys.
Whoa.
That's what Jimmy said it. Jimmy Shoot said it. That's what he said.
I had an hour-long phone call with him yesterday.
Really? That's good, man.
Yeah. It was good times to catch up because
Yeah.
he streamed for a little bit and he was kind of going through like a Pokemon Metal Breakdown for a few minutes. So he wants to do something different, and it's hard. It's hard to do something different in a sphere where everybody kind of does the same thing over and over again. It's rough. It really is. I mean, what can we do that somebody one already hasn't done, isn't doing, or three won't get us canceled?
Isn't doing is the main thing. Because even if someone's done something, we can do it differently or better. Fine. But what can we do that someone isn't doing? That's the hard part, man.
Yeah.
What is someone not doing? What can we do that's different? And I feel like what we do sets ourselves apart. When you said do a podcast, I was just like, yeah, I'll do a podcast. It's gonna be, up there with, it's gonna be just like Lake of Rage or anything else where, we bring facts and but what we do is different, man. We
we're super different because there's there's a platform that goes out once a month and highlights all these different Pokemon podcasts, and we've never once been mentioned in there at all because we don't fit that form that the others do. Man. And I love Kevin. Kevin is super awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Uncommon Energy, man. They're great too.
And yeah, Chip and Azul are really good, but and they might be super popular and get a lot of views and listens and whatnot, and that's good for them. We don't get a lot of listens. We get some, and we get some views, but we're never going to be one on their level, as you can call it, and two, we're a little off the beaten path or whatever.
But I mean, that's what makes us unique, though. That's what makes us different, unique, and just if you ever feel, you're not worth anything, or this what we're doing isn't worth anything, man. We got people. We got Cordy in here. We got people who listen and support us, man. We're good still. We're good. What we do, we have an audience that we need to supply for. We give them what they need. So,
are you got what I need?
What you say? We're just
stop. No more. You can't say anymore. Can't say anymore. Can't say anymore.
I can't. It's a cover. I can't sing the cover.
No. Yeah, you can if we do our own music.
Let's get out of here, man.
All right.
Yeah, Sue. I hope this gets you right there to the partner, man. Get that partner and get that YouTube money.
Yeah, if you're in the Discord, keep an eye out. I don't know if this works. No. Okay. So yeah, there's a link in the description for the Discord. During the Discord, I'll talk about more. If we get it, when we get it, and how everything will break down. We'll figure out rewards and tiers and all that craziness. But yeah, that's it. Love you guys.
Appreciate you guys. We're out.
See ya.